Hello and welcome to Fearen Fear Files. We got a nice lineup of videos coming. We got scary and disturbing things going on. But I'm not going to hold you. I want you to be the judge of all these videos that I got for you. And let's get to it. And I hope you enjoy them.
Toy Story.
We were messing around with my little sister's camera and we just found something like
it's weird.
It's weird. Okay.
It's a normal Tuesday in October, around 6 p.m., when a young girl takes out her camera to record her new toy collection and talk about her day. What happens next is downright chilling.
Hey guys, today I'm going to show you my Skibbity toilet collection that I just got today. We went to a toy store and they had all of these things like this cameraman, these tiny little
Prime
action
example,
figures,
watching what
this
you
big
let your children play with.
and this one. And then
This is a prime example of that.
I saw my friend the other day and we went on a walk and we also got ice cream that day. And I'm having a lot of fun.
You gotta be careful. You gotta be real careful with what you choose. You gotta be real careful with what you choose. Yeah. Evil spirit chasing this baby. Watch it.
The little girl looks up and seems frozen in fear as she stares at something that we can't see. She stares motionless for over 20 seconds and then gets up and hurries out of the room. The camera continues to record and captures something that seems to follow her. Later, the little girl's older sister, Charity Lewis, is looking through the camera's footage and finds this strange recording completely by accident. Charity shares the clip on Instagram and says that before viewing this video, she had no idea that her little sister had experienced anything strange. To this day, the recording remains a mystery. Up on the housetop, an urban explorer checks out a group of small abandoned buildings in the middle of nowhere, deep in the woods of Poland. Eventually, it gets too dark to explore, and he decides to leave. But hanging around till after dark seems to have been a terrible mistake.
That's
Someone can be seen chasing the now panicking urban explorer, and whoever it is seems to have come from right off the goddamn roof. The urban explorer runs off into the woods to escape, but whoever this strange person is now seems to be following him.
You've been trying to explore.
Thankfully, the urban explorer makes it home safe and shares his footage on YouTube. A curious viewer points out just how pale the unknown stranger seems to be. Another viewer claims that they too have visited the abandoned buildings and that they also saw this same creepy man. Either way, this strange guy swooping down from the roof to chase the urban explorer away is truly creepy, and it seems like something right out of a horror movie. Cave Crisis. Alex Cantrell from the YouTube channel Underground Explorers is invited to explore a cave on his friend's ranch in Texas. But the cave is partially submerged in water, making it very difficult to enter and explore. Now I'm going to go ahead and say that this video is not exactly anything paranormal, but it is very scary and 100% real. It's especially scary if you're even the slightest bit claustrophobic. Now, in accordance with YouTube guidelines, I want to stress, no one was seriously injured in this video. The following footage was recorded by a professional cave diver. Do not attempt to do this yourself. Alright, so Alex is joined by a few of his friends as they begin to explore the frightfully small cave.
Alright, who's got the oxygen meter? I don't see that. Look at this. We got an oxygen meter now? So people won't be mad at me? So what all does that show? Carbon monoxide?
Carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide, hydrogen sulfide, and low oxygen.
Cool.
Pretty much everything.
Yeah.
So
We got the Action Adventure twins here helping us out. Because you guys are like, Matt, check the oxygen. Oh, danger levels,
breathe
huh?
on it a little bit.
Danger, danger.
Danger.
And it's waterproof?
It is, but I don't think it's gonna work too well if like the little intakes
Yeah,
get
that
clogged
makes
with
sense.
water.
Yeah, it's gonna be hard to keep that thing out of the water.
Alright guys, we have made it out to the cave that's on the demolition ranch. Or off the ranch.
Wait, is it beeping already?
Well, see, I immediately dunked it underwater.
I told you.
So, you know, I don't think this is gonna give us the accurate. Probably not accurate.
Or the entire cave has bad air.
It might. Get into it. Already the air differ. A lot further. We're not even close.
As they work their way deeper and deeper into the cave, the passageway becomes smaller and more claustrophobic. Eventually, there is barely even room to breathe above the murky water. This is when the exploration goes horribly wrong.
Try really hard to keep my head.
Man, sometimes
I love that they're saying this is intense. Yeah, that makes me heard that yet. That makes me feel good because I was scared in here and I'm like, what if these fish just come in and they're like, oh, this is a piece of cake. Let's climb it. Yeah.
No, this is a little rough.
Yeah.
I feel the rope on my foot. So much water in my ears.
Yeah, same. Oh man.
Water in my eyes. Snorkel would be nice right by now. Yeah.
I got so much water in my head.
Good times. Good times.
What? Yeah, go look for him.
Does it really go further? Is he under? Oh, hell no, I'm not doing that. I can just barely hear right here.
So loud.
forward.
This is the waiting area.
I'm glad I didn't go in there and wait.
Are you going, Jacob? Oh, he just bailed.
Oh my God! I'm coming out! Alright, we'll back it out. Back it out.
people someplace with you. Take me that scared.
You look like a shark has got. Did you like shove me over the water? I'm sorry, Alex.
Alex's friend and fellow cave explorer Jacob is a little further ahead in a part of the cave that is so submerged that there's barely room to breathe. As he ducks under the murky water, Jacob becomes confused and panics, breathing in a mouthful of the dirty water. In a terrified frenzy, he tries to back out of the cave as fast as he can, but he slams into Alex, dragging him underwater too. Luckily, the two guys make it out safely, with only a few scratches to remind them of the terrifying incident. This video once again goes to show that sometimes people, even your own friends, can be much scarier and more dangerous than anything paranormal. And I don't know about you, but just watching them in that cramped little tunnel gave me the heebie-jeebies. Now, you can watch this entire exciting cave exploration and many more over on the YouTube channel, Underground Explorers. Knock, knock. Late one night, a group of friends decide to film themselves taking a spooky dare at a local school that is said to be haunted. The story goes that if you go around to the back of the school and knock on the nurse's office door, someone or something will knock back.
Go! Just knock on it, knock. No, go. Knock harder. Let them know. Let them.
A sudden loud scream sends the girls running in terror.
Let them.
Now, unfortunately, the original creator of this video has basically disappeared off the internet. So for now, whatever happened next remains a mystery. The thing in the tunnel. Nuke's Top 5 viewer Sophie reached out to us about a very creepy video that her friend Laura recorded in an abandoned railway tunnel in Hassel, Germany. The tunnel was built in 1890 and it was used extensively by German troops during World War II. So, while on a weekend trip, Laura checks out the historic old abandoned rail tunnel. She's recording with her phone when she captures what is maybe one of the weirdest clips I've ever seen. Check it out. Something pale and thin can be seen rising up from the tracks in front of Laura on what looks like a thin little arm. As for Laura, she gets one look at the disturbing thing and just turns and makes a run for it. Now, watching this clip over and over, I honestly have no idea what this is. It looks like maybe a hairless torso with two skinny arms, getting up in a very unnatural way. Maybe it's an animal, maybe it's a very weird looking person. I just don't know. So you tell me what you think this is down in the comments. Open house. Reddit user / realtor Sandra is recording a tour of a 1960s bungalow-style home to show prospective buyers. Sandra's filming at night in order to showcase the house's interior lighting. But it's starting to get a bit late at the creepy little cottage, and things are about to get weird.
Wow, it's 10 p.m. and my day was fully booked with showings of this beautiful vintage 1962
something.
Wow, it's 10 p.m. and my day was fully booked with showings of this vintage 1963 bungalow. Go ahead, do it again. You're on camera.
I don't know what these folks be thinking they be doing.
Open this door. Go ahead, open this door. Open this door like you did the other one.
I ain't chasing those.
Come on, just move the glass or something. Go ahead, do it again. I'm not scared.
You see how we asking for to go.
A door suddenly swings open on its own and Sandra is spooked, but she gathers her courage and rushes out to see what's going on. A glass of water sitting on top of the fireplace shifts and slowly moves as if it's being pushed by some invisible force. But things get even crazier as a smoke detector suddenly starts to beep before crashing violently to the floor. With that, Sandra has had enough and just gets out of there. But there's also something else that is very creepy in this video. Something that only a few viewers even notice. So again I ask, did you see it? Right before the door moves, a face in the picture right beside Sandra seems to slowly darken. And then the creepy little shadow fades away just as the door swings open. Sandra says that she's experienced several unexplained paranormal events in this home, but this was the first time that she finally captured it on camera. Hanako-san. A group of friends at a high school in Japan hear crying coming from the restroom during their lunch break. Now in Japan there is a famous legend of a girl named Hanako-san. This young girl's spirit is said to haunt restrooms in schools across Japan. The group moves in, all of them a bit hesitant to investigate the source of the creepy sound. Needless to say, it did not go well.
Go.
The girls are just about to leave until they suddenly hear a loud bang and go back for a look. The horrifying, distorted face of a young girl can be seen inside one of the restroom stalls. The group runs in fear, and the video cuts. Now, unfortunately, there's no source to be found for this video. It appeared on the internet as mysteriously as the Japanese legend. So did the girls capture evidence of Hanako-san? Or Is it all just an elaborate hoax? You decide. Scary videos. Jason Barber from Salisbury, North Carolina comes home from work and he gets the unexpected scare of a lifetime.
Man, did you see that big, look at this big old boar. Man, not a thing.
A big angry snake is hiding around the edges of Jason's front door and lunges out in an attempt to bite him. Luckily for Jason, the bite was a miss and the snake is actually a non-poisonous black rat snake. But something to be learned from this. If you walk up and your cat is just staring at the door and meowing for no reason, maybe take a closer look before you just head in. In another clip, a man and woman have a similar scary encounter. The couple pulls out an old step stool and is shocked to find a large snake hiding under a box right in front of it. They make a run for it with their puppy following close behind. But the puppy is not gonna let the snake have his toy. So he just runs back in and yoinks it away. Snake or not, nothing is getting his favorite toy. While you are sleeping. It's 3 in the morning in Erie, Pennsylvania, and Jorge Cruz and his family are all fast asleep in bed. Suddenly, their bedroom door slams shut. Now, Jorge is woken up by the sound, but doesn't think much of it and goes back to sleep. But the next day, he begins to wonder what could have caused the door to slam. He checks their baby monitor footage, and what he finds makes his blood run cold.
Man, my baby wouldn't have never slept alone after that. I seen something like this.
Loud banging can be heard before the bedroom door slams shut. Then a dark shadow-like figure can be seen creeping up the bottom of the baby's crib, seemingly watching the child sleep. The dark mass seems to reach over toward the child, even moving around a stuffed animal. Then it simply disappears into thin air. Jorge says that he feels the entity might be a dark presence in his home. So did the family capture a paranormal entity on camera? Let me know what you think. Apartment tour gone wrong. A realtor from Ladson, South Carolina is giving a tour of a brand new luxury apartment to an interested couple. Then it goes terribly wrong.
It helps sometimes. So this is the oval. Yeah, that would help me actually. Yeah. Is that closet?
That's washer dryer hookups.
Yeah. Cool. Oh, sorry I kicked you. There's a person in there. There's a person in here? Hello?
Maybe chasing to go.
I'm so sorry about Okay.
The woman touring the apartment heads alone into the back bedroom and checks out the closet. But surprise, because there's just some weird dude hiding in there. Understandably, she kind of freaks out and runs out of the room and warns the others. The realtor is shocked, and after checking out the bedroom herself, she just says, okay, we're gonna go.
There's a person in there. There's a person in here? Hello?
Hello. Come on in. Invite. Come on in.
Now, it bears repeating that these are brand new luxury apartments in a guarded community, so it seems odd that a squatter could even get in there. But what would you do if you were touring an apartment and a guy just popped out of the closet? Hidden away in the countryside of Chillicothe, Ohio, is the Schrader Road Tunnel. Built underneath a set of railroad tracks in 1927, the old road tunnel is said to be extremely haunted. The story goes that long ago a woman was carrying her baby while walking along the train tracks late at night. The two were hit by an oncoming train. It is said that her ghost and the ghost of her baby haunt the Schrader Road Tunnel. Many people who have traveled through the tunnel report that they have seen the ghostly figure of a woman holding her baby. Others report hearing odd, unexplained wails and moans. Because of this, locals started referring to the Schrader Tunnel by a very different and much creepier name, the Crybaby Tunnel. So, Levi Woodruff is intrigued by the spooky stories and sets out to explore the Crybaby Tunnel late one night. As you might imagine, it did not go well.
So I've been down in here in a place called Crybaby's Tunnel. It's a place that's local around my area. And they say she got hit on the tracks with her baby, or her body was dumped right there in the creek down here. There's something dead right there. No, there's something dead right there. A dead deer. It's a dead deer. I've been out here forever trying to get stuff done. This place is spooky. Is anybody out there? Hello? Right.
Man, no, I'd have been gone. I heard that baby crying like that. I wouldn't even stand around to see what's going on.
Oh, hell no. Hell no. Hell no.
In the pitch black darkness of the tunnel with nothing but a flashlight, Levi suddenly hears the disturbing cries of a baby. Familiar with the spooky stories about the tunnel, Levi makes a run for it. So could these cries belong to the spirit of the baby that tragically passed away at the creepy old railroad tunnel? And is the ghost of the baby's mother also inside, just waiting for someone to come in?
Oh, hell no. Hell no.
In a flash,
Man, that makes so clear too. That bitch so good. You want that bitch, that's your ass. Hey,
man, look at these tough dudes.
Sometimes a very silly moment turns scary in an instant. Two guys are just goofing around, but then, like a bolt out of the blue, fun time is over.
I want to do some pranks on people, boy. Pick it up.
Big old tough dude.
A sudden, very close lightning strike rips through the clouds and scares the living out of them, sending them running inside in terror.
Pick it up.
Antoine's restaurant. Isabel Riley recently told a very creepy story online and followed it up with one of the creepiest pictures you'll ever see.
I need to tell you guys about the most insane evidence that I have ever seen of a ghost existing. Backstory. I was at a company get-together with my CEOs, my coworkers, and one of the owners of the company. We've all looked at us and was like, hey, do you guys want to see a ghost picture? Immediately, yes. He begins to tell us that he was in New Orleans at a restaurant called Antoine's. New Orleans, first of all, super haunted city. If you know, you know. And Antoine's is one of the oldest restaurants in the city, one of the oldest restaurants, I believe, in America. It has a lot of history. It used to be a jail. It is a really well-established place, has been around forever. So he's dining at this restaurant and he is offered a tour of the wine cellar. The wine cellar is huge, has thousands of bottles of wine, probably worth millions of dollars. So he's taking a tour of the wine cellar, he's taking pictures. There's this guy in the wine cellar on a laptop who is apparently at auction buying more rare wine for the collection. My CEO takes pictures of this guy on his laptop, doesn't think anything of it, he doesn't see anything, leaves the restaurant, calls it a day. The next morning, he's looking through the photos and notices something. So this is the first picture that he showed me from the wine cellar. You can see this guy who is on his laptop at auction doing whatever. And here is the next picture that he took. So we all see that. That is a full body apparition. It looks like a woman in this like black Victorian dress. And when I was showed this, I genuinely had full body chills.
So just who could the creepy alleged ghost woman dressed all in black in the photo be? For that, we go into the history of the restaurant. Antoine Alciatore opened his restaurant all the way back in 1840. Then in 1875, Antoine passed away when he was only 55 years old. When he died, he left his wife Julie in charge of the restaurant. So could this be Julie's spirit still looking over the restaurant from beyond the grave? Well, let me know what you think. Before we move on to the next video, if you see anything that you think should be included in the top 5, contact us at nukestop5@gmail.com. This next video was recorded by a man named Javier from Argentina. Javier says that he was worried about his friend Antonio, as he hadn't heard from him in a while. So he drives over to Antonio's house to check up on his friend. Javier bangs on the front door. No one answers. He calls out Antonio's name. Again, no answer. So Javier climbs over the wall into Antonio's backyard and goes to the back door of the house. For some reason, the door is open. Fearing the worst, Javier goes inside to investigate. What happens next is downright chilling.
Antonio! Antonio! Hey! Toño, soy yo. Javier. Puta madre. Hey.
Say his name.
Hey, loco. Soy Javier, boludo.
It would have been times ago.
Che, loco, ¿sos vos? Ya fue, boludo. Vine a ver qué onda, ¿cómo andás? ¿Estás bien? Che, loco, si sos vos, salí. ¿Escuchan eso?
Javier doesn't know what is going on, and he doesn't want any part of it. He decides to just leave the house and call the police. But just as he's about to exit, he hears a strange sound from somewhere behind him. The next 30 seconds are like something right out of a nightmare.
It look like something coming up out of it.
Did you see it? A door swings open by itself and someone or something with glowing eyes seems to peek over the upper glass of the door, 7 feet in the air.
It's taller than
Javier has had about enough and just makes a run for it. He says that whoever or whatever this was, it certainly was not his friend Antonio. After calling the police over to the residence, Javier learns that his friend has tragically passed away inside the house, just behind that door that he couldn't open. Javier is so upset and confused by the whole ordeal that he just can't let it go. He decides to return to Antonio's house in search of answers. It did not go well.
Esta es la pieza. Mierda. Una laucha.
I don't think I would have went back.
Da un poco de escalofrío estar acá, se siente una carga un poco pesada, qué sé yo. ¡Qué mierda! La linterna. ¿Qué pasó? ¡Qué mierda! ¡Hey! ¿Quién es? ¿Quién anda ahí?
Man, don't go chasing nothing. Man, don't chase.
Concha de su madre. ¡Hola! ¿Qué mierda anda ahí, la concha de su madre?
No. Out.
¡Hey!
And with that, Javier is done. He leaves the house, and to this day, he claims that he has no explanation for what happened inside. There's something.
Like literally, that it's you can't do that in October to somebody.
Show me then. Come on. You show me where he is. Where? In there?
Twitch streamer Crispy Mate was live late one night at his place in North Carolina when something happened that completely caught him off guard and freaked him out.
Better? I thought so. Okay, well, I mean, obviously it's running less at the moment, so it's gonna be better. Might...
Bro, I just got struck by lightning. I'm gonna stop stream. Oh my god, dude.
Out of nowhere, lightning hits his house and shoots right through his PC and earbuds. He literally gets zapped midstream, taking a shock straight to the head. He said it definitely hurt, but luckily it was just a mild jolt, and he didn't end up with any serious injuries.
Yeah, when I watch it back, I'm just very surprised. If you were to take like a gum strip gag toy and just pull it, and you get that little zap, I got both the sensations, then all my vision went white, and then I bolted.
You don't want to be attached to any kind of device that's attached to a light socket or an electrical socket. Headphones connected to a device that's plugged into a wall, that's certainly a danger in an electrical storm.
Here's the thing, this is a real fear now. Getting struck by lightning while you're just sitting at home gaming is officially on the list. Paul Gorton is hanging out at home with his son Charlie when, out of nowhere, things start to feel a little eerie.
What are you saying, Charlie? There's a scary boy where? What do you mean?
Kids be hearing things too.
What, are you doing pretend? Yeah, you're just playing pretend, aren't you? Do you want to show me? Show me then. Come on. You show me where he is. This is actually... Where? Where? In there?
He think he playing. Kid ain't playing. The kid hearing something.
In there?
This kid's here.
Okay, get ready, Charlie.
Oh, you gotta pay attention to it.
No scary boy. No, there's nothing there, mate. Do you want me to go in? Look.
Everything.
There's absolutely nothing in here. You've got nothing to be scared about. There's nothing to be scared about. There's nothing here. That's just the bathroom. Nothing there, buddy. Yeah. Yeah. That's just the shower. Never been more scared in my entire life. Oh. See, told you. Nothing there, mate. Perfect. Come on. Let me silly.
Charlie looks genuinely upset, repeating, "Scary boy," again and again. And when Paul asks where the boy is, Charlie leads him straight to the closet, which understandably freaks Paul out. It really makes you wonder if Charlie is seeing something Paul can't. On November 14th, 2025, a small family checked into an Airbnb for a few days, not expecting anything weird to happen. They booked it ahead of time because they were in town for a wedding, so it seemed like the perfect spot. But one night, after getting back from walking their dog, something strange went down.
We were just out walking my dog, and when we came in, we heard...
Animals too, you gotta pay attention to those animals. They be seeing things.
Jesus Christ.
Animals here a lot, man. They shit, man. You gotta be paying attention to them. Pay attention to them a lot. Did you see that?
Somehow, the leash attached to her dog's collar suddenly snaps upward and quickly wraps around the dog. It shoots up as someone yanked it, but there's clearly nobody on the stairs who could have done it. And that's especially weird, considering they had just heard this noise a few seconds earlier. Sydney, the one who filmed the whole thing, was just as confused as the Airbnb host she sent the video to. But that wasn't the only clip she ended up sharing. The very next day, she put the leash on the stairs to see if it would move again. And this is what her camera caught.
Okay, so this is the leash. There she goes again. I don't think the leash is gonna move, but she's definitely sensing something. Every single day.
Even though the leash doesn't move this time, her dog definitely reacts. As soon as the leash is placed on the stairs, the dog starts sniffing around like it's searching for something, even though nothing is actually there. Sydney even lifts the rug to check if anything underneath could be causing this weird behavior, but she finds nothing. Still, there's one small detail in this video that really stands out, and it shows up in a few other clips Sydney recorded of her dog too.
So I wanted to show you guys some footage of my dog with these stairs. So here's another clip that I got of her doing it, walk over and see her, and she was so locked in.
In every clip, Sydney's dog keeps hanging around the same spot on the stairs, always the middle or lower steps, never the top. It's a small detail, but once she noticed it, everything started to feel a lot stranger.
So I think I figured out why my dog just is always hanging out right here. So I just found a door back here. So I don't think that it's what's on the stairs. I tried to check, but the door is locked. Obviously it's an Airbnb, so they lock a lot of the doors up. Yeah, I don't think that it's what's on the stairs like what I initially thought. I think it's what's below.
Since whatever she's reacting to seems to be on the ground level, it makes sense that the dog never goes to the top of the stairs. It's like she's sensing something in that lower room. Sydney and her sister start checking around the area to figure out what could be there. And while they're recording and looking around, they end up capturing something unexpected.
So this is the switch. You guys can see the light is on right there. I wonder if it's...
Just imagine there's something right behind the door.
Oh my god.
Right after Sydney takes out her phone, the doorknob suddenly twists. No one is visible on the other side, but the handle moves like someone is gripping it from behind the door. Thinking it had to be an actual person turning the knob, Sydney messaged the Airbnb host to ask if anyone else was staying in the house.
The video to the landlord of the Airbnb, and hold on, let me turn asking, like, hey, is there someone else renting it out as well as us or what? Because basically he was like, no, you guys are the only ones that are in the Airbnb right now, like booked out for the week.
After confirming no one else was inside, Sydney realized the doorknob incident wasn't someone entering, but something paranormal. She actually found that less scary than the idea of a stranger being there. Still, the doorknob's random movements continue to confuse her.
Yeah. Scary. Okay. Okay, every time we've knocked before, this doorknob would turn a little bit.
That's what, when you go searching for stuff, you find something every time when you go searching for it. the phone walked.
It turns out that the room was a basement, and out of nowhere, Sydney's phone gets pulled inside, drops down the stairs, and even lifts on its own for a moment. Neither she nor the host could explain it. With the leash moving earlier, and now the phone being dragged in, it really felt like something down there didn't want them looking around. In the end, no one knows what actually happened, so you decide if it was paranormal. In October 2024, a woman suddenly woke up in the middle of the night with that unsettling feeling that someone was watching her. Every time she turned on the lights, she saw nothing. So this time, she tried something different. She grabbed her phone, hit record, and started filming in the dark. As she slowly moves the camera around her room, everything looks normal at first. But when the lens passes over her dressing table, there's something crouched underneath it, staring right at her. She didn't notice it at the time, and only realized it hours later when re-watching the video. After seeing what was hiding just a few feet from her bed, she says she hasn't been able to sleep in that room again. The video was shot by a grandmother who lives by herself with her dog and 2 cats. But it seems her pets aren't her only company. She says there's something else in the house that refuses to leave her alone.
В зеркале было отражение чего-то не очень непонятного. На видео. Я вам всем докажу.
Paulina says she caught something on video last night that appeared in her bedroom, right in the same spot near the mirror where she usually sees it. She's been trying to record it because her family thinks she's just imagining things due to her age. Take a look.
Уходи отсюда. Я тебя не боюсь. Уходи отсюда. Уходи из моего дома. Уходи. Я тебя не боюсь. Уходи отсюда. Уходи отсюда. Я тебя не боюсь. Уходи. Уходи, я сказала. Уходи отсюда. Уходи. Я тебя не боюсь.
After Paulina realizes the figure she thought she saw wasn't actually there, she notices something else. A small ornament hanging under the lamp starts moving by itself. Whatever happened that night is still a mystery, but paranormal or not, seeing something like that out of nowhere is definitely creepy. And then, another night, Paulina decides to record again because she It's like something from a nightmare. A head-shaped figure suddenly appears in the fireplace, and the scariest part is that it shows up right as Paulina gets closer, almost as if it sensed her coming. She was understandably shaken, especially when she checked again and found the fireplace empty. Just like before, whatever she saw had vanished. Paulina hasn't shared any new videos since, but these 2 clips are creepy enough on their own, paranormal or not. A Reddit user named Formal Process posted a nighttime video from Czechia on the UFO subreddit, and it's pretty jaw-dropping. The clip starts off as a normal shot of the night sky, but things get strange very quickly.
See that tree? Hey? Or is it aliens?
Many people think the clip shows a UFO trying to disguise itself as a tree, but picking the wrong coordinates, which makes it look off-center or like it's floating at the wrong height. The uploader said the object stayed still above part of a village and looked like a conifer tree with normal background radiation levels, though that doesn't reveal much since the distance to the object wasn't known. Whether it's actual camouflage, a camera glitch, or even a stage setup is hard to say. It doesn't move like a drone, and the tree looks too perfectly shaped to be a camera error. The fact that it just hangs there in midair makes it even stranger. Whatever it is, it's easily one of the most bizarre videos posted on the subreddit in a long time. Caroline Sasaki had only been living in her new home in Honolulu, Hawaii for about a week when one night, as she was casually walking through her living room, something unexpected happened.
You okay? Whoa. Whoa, a rock fell out of it. Whoa.
Oh my God.
I just came through there like that. I could have killed that one.
A giant 5x5 foot boulder comes crashing through her wall, barely missing her, then rolls straight through the garage, hits their car, and ends up in a bedroom. Caroline completely breaks down in shock, but somehow she's totally fine. No scratches, no bruises, nothing.
I'm in shock. I refuse to look at the video, so I'm not sure how close, but everybody's telling me, I'm lucky and, being, God is with me. And yeah, I'm thankful.
The downside is their new house is pretty much wrecked. But the upside is that Carolyn literally avoided what would have been a guaranteed death by boulder moment right in her living room. This took place at the home of Win MC Pix, who has been dealing with a dark, shadow-like presence that's been disturbing him and his family. Win, a video editor, has been sharing some of their latest scary experiences with it. Everything started with loud, heavy pounding noises coming from the ground floor.
I think it's time to go. There's nobody upstairs.
It's really time to get up out of here when you see something like this, man. It's time to go.
Get out. Okay, it's in my bedroom. Gotta get out. And here he is. Get out. I got him. I'm moving. That's it. And with that, I will admit, one of the scarier ones. So we're going to stay here a couple nights. And yeah.
A dark shape shows up in Win's bedroom, and it seems to be messing with his guitar. It stays there for a bit, then vanishes the second Win steps inside. After that, they chose to sleep in another room for a few nights. A few days later, he ends up recording another strange and unsettling moment.
This thing chased me away last time. It's been 2 days, and it's the water. It's gonna be great. Is there anything else in here? It's gonna be a great water bill. I did not leave that on. It's non-stop.
At this point, it's time to run.
What the hell? Would you please stop? I told you, I'm leaving. I gotta go through and close everything again. Every time. If you want my attention that much, you have my attention. What do you want?
You can hear that little giggling. You hear that giggling? Go, man.
Do the door slam. Would you please stop this? Okay, I'm gonna go again. I'm gonna leave for another couple days. I gotta go back for my keys.
The camera also picks up several different voices, and a lot of strange activity keeps happening around the house. But the scariest part is the dark figure on the stairs that disappears the second he opens the door. It's pretty terrifying, to say the least. Some people think Win is making all of this up, but others believe there might be something real going on. This creepy clip was posted by a creator named Josh Robillard. A while back, Josh tried using an Ouija board to talk to spirits, and he says ever since then, something followed him home and hasn't left. While he's walking around his house in the dark, a shadowy figure can be seen standing completely still in the background, though Josh doesn't seem to notice it at all. A few days later, the same thing happens again.
Hello?
That is bedtime to go now.
Is nobody else home besides me? There's definitely less than one
Don't
here.
Don't do it. Get up out of there.
I left it on, so that's okay.
Then it's follow you around, rolling the room.
Not again. I don't want to do this. I do not want to do this. Nope, not again. Not again, not again, not again, not again. Not again, not again, not again.
It's time to go. It's not a game for me.
Josh is walking through his house when he spots a dark figure standing in one of the rooms. He panics and keeps repeating, "Not again." But when he goes back for another look, the figure has vanished. Many viewers said the figure resembles the Hat Man, a shadowy entity people have reported seeing for centuries. Josh believes the Ouija board opened a door and that something has now attached itself to his home. But whether it's the Hat Man or something else is still up for debate. A man who lived alone with his cat, Loki, had been hearing odd noises around his home for a while. He had an old African mask he bought at a car boot sale, which he later tried to sell. He'd owned it for about a year, but it had only been inside his house for the last few months. Recently, though, the strange activity in his home had gotten way stronger. On November 18th, 2025, he filmed a close-up video of the mask, and something seriously creepy showed up on camera.
Profile. The moon. His big chin. Yeah, you can see inside. It's all, you can see where it's been like carved out with a tool. Just about to see the markings there from the chisel. And it has a really weird smell to it. Kind of like a burnt kind of wood, musty wood smell. But I've no idea how old it is. Not a clue. I'm not going to say super old, but you know, I think it's got a bit of age to it. Could be wrong. If anyone's got any opinions on this after they've seen it up close, what kind of mask it is, how old it might be, no expert, but what the
Yes.
Hello?
You see what I'm saying?
No.
Call them. Maybe call them. I'm going to call them. Get them out of there.
Everyone's been saying, why have you got the lights off all the time? The landing light does not work, right? There's no bulb in this light. Because usually I
That's what I be talking about, man. You have people that want to go chase spirits. Why? Why do they want to chase these spirits? I don't know why. Y'all tell me why. But leave comments. If you go into the houses, man, and you see a spirit up in there, are you going to stay there and wait for the spirit to come and get you? Or are you going to get up out of there? Me, myself, I'm gone. Holla at you. See spirit. Well, that's all I got for you on that Fearen Fear Files for today. Tune in and join in with us again for a few more of these scary and interesting videos. But for content, none of this that what you see is true. Judge for yourself. Let's judge the untruth. And let's look for the truth. Alright? Until next time.